Hey everyone, it's your Forever Lego Studios. Welcome to episode 16 or segment 16 of Building Hoth, whichever one you prefer calling. In this segment, guys, we got a lot done. If you guys remember, I posted a video of the parts that came in that finished the trench, and the trench is officially done. It's done. I literally spent hours on it to complete it for this segment. I wanted that to be done, so I'm excited to show you that. I also made a small little bunker on the side of the trench, which I'll show in just a minute, and a little bit other work that you'll see in the video. So yeah, I'm excited to show you guys. I've been so happy to get this trench done. So let's get right into this. Okay, so starting this segment off, like I mentioned, that we have the trench completely done. I spent hours among hours after sorting the video, my parts. Basically, how I sorted them was my friend GT Animations was going live for his birthday. He invited me over, and while we were live on his channel, I basically sorted through all my parts. That way I had time to do it. After the stream ended and all the parts were sorted, I basically went straight to work. I have it completely done. I kid you not, I'm so happy to have the trench done. Not that I didn't like working on it, but that way I don't have to buy too many more 2x4 house plates or slopes. I don't have to buy any more of the house slopes for the time being, or a lot of them in general, because I will say that I still have like that little corner out of there, and the same on that side, which I'll show in just a minute. So for the most part, it is done. I'm gonna say it's done just because it is done on these this section, and in my opinion, I think it looks great. I was worried because I was coming really close to not having enough when I was working on it. I was really worried because getting close to the end, I'm like, oh crap, I might not have enough of this piece or enough of this piece. And luckily I did. I have enough. The trench, in my opinion, looks awesome. Now, of course, I don't have the plates, all the plates on the mock. I don't have that yet. I'm going to be placing an order in the next couple of weeks. The reason why I say that is I've got another part order coming in, which I mentioned last week. In the not last week, but in the I can't remember. I think it was the part order that I showed you for the trench. That I have more parts coming in for like later on for Echo Base. Now, also, I want to show you before I actually show you guys everything, all the work that I did. I do want to mention that if you guys didn't watch the anniversary or 2-year anniversary video, I definitely highly recommend you go watch it. I'll leave it in the description below. But basically, James and David came over. We had a special little video. We had pizza. We had a small little Lego build, and we got some really awesome topics. And we had a bunch of cool surprises and some updates and news. So definitely go recommend it. Some of the news actually did revolve around Hoth and some special plans for Hoth that I'm not going to mention in this video. That's for a later time. But definitely go check out it. Go check out the anniversary video. We had a fun time doing it. So again, I will link that in the description below. So first things first, before I show the trench, I did work on something minor. I built the final ion cannon. Basically, there's one over there, there's one over there. I planned to make 3, and now I have all 3 built. It's the same exact one as the previous ones. It's got a Snow Rebel right there. That's done. I don't have to build any more ion cannons. The reason why is basically I got all the work done on the actual mock, and I'm like, I kind of want to build the ion cannon because it was just, in my opinion, it was looking odd because it didn't have, it was literally just this front piece without the dish. I was like, this just looks weird, so I'm going to finish it, and that way I don't have to worry about it. So it is quite nice to have 3 of them now. And that is going to be going over on this side. So, time to show you guys what the trench looks like. I am really happy. So, as you can see, the trench is done. It's complete. I am so happy that the trench is done. Again, you can just look all the way from there down all the way to there. So, leaving off last week's segment for the trench, it only had about this area right here, and that was it. So, going from that to that's done, makes me really happy. I think the mock's looking even cooler. It's actually starting to look like Hoth even more. And I love the way this looks. Also, if you guys watched the anniversary video, you would have got a kind of teaser, because we were mentioning it, and David was like, David picked up the camera and he showed you guys a little teaser, which was pretty funny. So yeah, that's what the trench looks like from this side. I think it looks so cool in my opinion. I just love how the trench is coming out. Now, of course, I still have to put the plating around the trench. That way I can actually start adding the ridges. And, of course, the plates in the back and the plates on this. The plates are going to have to wait a few weeks, just because, other than I have a small order coming in, I'm actually going to be gone for a week. So next week we're going to have a segment. We have this segment and then next week's segment. But the week after that, we will not. So in 2 weeks, there will not be a Hoth segment, because I'm going to be gone for a week. Now, I'm not going to mention where I'm going to be, at least yet, because I want to make a special announcement video for that. So I'm going to try to, next week, I'm hoping to get some more planning around the trenches done. So that is the main reason why I can't, buy plates at the moment, because that special reason I am going to be gone. I'm going to need some money to go. So definitely looking forward for this, for the trench to have its ridges and all the plates around it. So take that. Then I'm going to pull you around to the other side. That way you can actually get an idea of what the other side of the trench looks like, even though it looks pretty much the same. As you can see, I just love the way this looks. I think it looks so cool. We have a rebel right there going through the trench. Now, there will be added details later on that will be added into the trench. Other than figures, I'm going to have like some more crates like knocked over, some wire, well, not wires, but some like just stuff in the trench to make it look more in battle type ish. So I love the look. Of course, there's the staircase. Now this cannon right here, this is the third ion cannon, which I just showed. I have a feeling it's going to go around here, like in this general area. That way it's on this side of the trench, because both ion cannons are actually on this side of the trench and none are on this side. So basically what I'm going to be doing is putting it around this way. That way it's near a ladder type thing. So that's how I'm going to have it. Of course I need to plate that around. Luckily this one doesn't take too much plates. Well, 6x6 plates, just because the 4x4 ones actually fit together next to the actual trench. So that helps me a lot. So that's less that I need for this side and more I can use for this side. So yeah, that's basically the only plating I actually got done was this little small bit right there. That way I can actually have an idea of what this is going to look like. And this small bit right here. Now, this is the bunker I was mentioning. Basically, it just ended. The way I have the trench end like this, it was going to have like a small little white drift wall or something like that. And it has one, like a small one over there on that side, but it's not really completely noticeable. With this one, you can notice it. And I didn't care much for that. I thought it was like a bit odd. I didn't care much for it. And I wanted to put something here. And what I ended up deciding to do was a little, like a bunker hatch, or inside a little tunnel that leads to it. Now, this is not a real tunnel. Basically, it is a implied thing, as you can see, like from the bottom right here. Let me lower the camera at the moment. Basically, right here, this doesn't lead anywhere. So, it is implied. So, this isn't supposed to go anywhere. This is just an implied thing. That way, it actually saves some space. And for the most part, I actually think it looks really nice. The door at the moment is actually slanted. So, I'm going to be pausing the video for just a minute so I can actually shorten the tripod and get in position so you guys can see this side, because I really want to show you how the door is actually slanted and not straight up. So let's go right into that. Okay, so this is the side that you can actually see the bunker a bit more, or entrance to tunnel. Again, this is an implied tunnel slash door just because they can't really go into it, especially being at the height that the bottom of the trench is. It is higher. The figure stands a bit higher than the actual height of the ground. Now, if the mock was a totally brick higher, then I could actually do an actual tunnel. Technically, I can, but it just messes up with the a few other things, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna keep this implied just because, one, there's not much space. There's like 3 brick space between this door and then the giant brick wall. Also, I did finish the brick wall. Actually, I forgot to mention that. That's completely done. I just remembered I finished that. That's completely done. So all the ridges around everything, that's done. But back to the actual bunker. So technically the figure stands a bit more taller than this. That's why I have this like leading downward. And again, this is the implied door. This isn't supposed to be going anywhere. But like I said, if I didn't have this, this would just be this like all the way down, and I think it would look really odd in my opinion, just because nothing would be there. And I thought, oh well, I guess I can put, say, a cannon or the iron cannon there. I did not like that, just because that kind of matches with the one on the right side of the trench, and I was like, I don't want it to be like matchy or anything like that. I want it to be like decently decently placed and places that isn't matching this. So I figured that, hey, I can put a bunker. I know this is going to be an implied door. It can't go anywhere, but I think it looks great. And I really like how it's slanted. Now, the reason why I have it slanted is, again, the door's a bit smaller. The actual door, like in the hangar in the Echo Base hangar for the X-Wings and the Snowspeeders that I showed you a few weeks back, that is actually one brick higher than this is, because that way it actually fits a person going under it. Again, if this was any bit higher, it would look really odd against the ridges and the trench and all that. So that's why it's like slanted, because it makes it seem like it's a larger door and it's going sideways. So the nice thing is it just sits in here. Like I said, you can just pull it out very easily. And again, as you can see, nothing's in there. The reason why I don't have anything in there is because there's nothing really, being it's an implied door, you can't really get into it. And also, the reason why I didn't want to make a tunnel, of course, is because, as you can see right here, that's the Technic pin piece that connects everything together. That way, everything fits together. And I can't really take that out, or else it messes with the thing and it's very loose, and it bugs me. So that's why I can't really do one, and that's why this is, like, again, an implied door. The good thing I like about it, again, is I love the way how it actually just sits in there. It's not built in. It's not bricked down. It's literally just slanted, which I think looks so cool, in my opinion. Again, so for those who for those who say, oh well, can the guy go through the bunker or little hatch right there? No, he can't. Now, he probably will hide something special in there in the future. I don't know. But for the moment, that's how I have it at the moment. I think it looks pretty cool, especially on the mock. It gives it a bit more diversity. Basically, on that side, it's just the trench continuing, and this side, there's actually a little hatch right there to hide. And again, like I mentioned, I had to put like a bit of plating. That way I can actually have like snow drifts into it. I had to figure that out because I couldn't just have the bunker there and have no drifts or stuff or snow on it. And I think I did a pretty decent job with how it covers it. And I really like it. I think it's actually pretty cool. And yeah, so next week's segment, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be continuing on doing ridging, or not ridging, but putting plates on the side of the mock. Let me look at the camera. That way I can actually put the ridges on when I get home. Just basically just filling that in. Now I will be placing an order of 6x6 plates in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I do have an order coming in. Basically, the order has a bunch of parts for Echo Base because, like I mentioned, the reason why I'm doing this side first, like the front side, this side, the trench section, then the front section, then Echo Base, is that way I can actually start getting pieces for Echo Base when I actually complete it. And basically, the next order is going to be a bunch of parts for the hangar, and that way I can actually build the hangar when it's ready. So I'm pleased with everything that happened this week in this segment. I'm very happy how the trench ended up coming out. I think it looks so cool now that there's no like missing parts to the trench. There's nothing missing from it other than, of course, the ridges, which will continue after I get that complete. I'm just loving the way how it looks, how Hoth is ending up looking like. I think it's looking great. Let me know in the comments what you think of Hoth so far. I'm really happy how it's coming along. I think that, again, the trenches are looking great in my opinion. So let me know in the comment section what you think of this week's segment and what was your favorite thing. Was it the finishing of the trench, the small little bunker? Also, let me know what you think of the bunker. I think I actually quite like it there. It gives it a bit more life in the mock. That way, it's not just cannons and ladders and all that. It's something different in the trench, and I think it works. Again, just let me know what you think of the mock, and if you're new to this channel, definitely think about subscribing. Definitely stay tuned for next week's segment. Again, I'm going to try to get my most of the work done on the on the side of the trench. That way I can actually start adding ridges to it in the later segments. So yeah, and if you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button, and stay tuned for next week's segment. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.